Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Donna and I am the Creole Crafter. If you love rustic fall decor, then stick with me until the end. I have some beautiful projects in this video that I think you would absolutely love. So if you decide to do this project, you need 2 shadow boxes from Dollar Tree, and I got those at Christmas time last year. But they have those boxes out for every season, so you will be able to find them. And I also have some of those little square cubes from Dollar Tree that's made out of wood. I have some twine. I have some Waverly chalk paint and some apple barrel acrylic paint. And I also have that tissue paper. It's a gift wrap tissue paper, and that came from Dollar Tree. You can find it at Dollar Tree, and you also need some Mod Podge. And of course, you have to take all the wrappings and tags off of your boxes before you can start your project. And you will have to take, if there's a hanger in the box that you buy, you have to take that hanger off from on the inside of your box. Now here I had a little problem, getting it off, so I had to take my heat gun and melt down the glue. Those hangers were really stuck on there, but I managed to get them off with the heat gun, melting the glue. And I also some of the paper started coming up right there from me melting the glue. But yeah, and that box there, I tried to pull a hanger off and the box snapped, but that's no problem because it is fixable, and you'll see how you can fix it if that happens to you when you're taking the hanger off. And here I just took some sandpaper, and you can find sandpaper at the Dollar Tree in the automotive section. You get a whole lot of sheets in a pack for $1.25. And what I'm doing here is where that paper started lifting up, I'm just sanding it down so it can be smooth, and sanding down the edges, making sure that they're smooth. So when I get ready to paint it, everything is nice and smooth. Okay, while I'm sanding it down, just let me let you all know that if you tuned into my channel and you're watching my video and you're feeling my project, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. And don't forget, if you're feeling this, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I upload a new video. And I'm just here, I just, took a napkin and baby wipe and wiped off like that stuff from where I sanded it down, like the dust from sanding. And where the box pop, if that happens, so you just take a little hot glue and run your bead down each side and just put your box back together. And if you get an excess of glue on the outside of your box, just take the sandpaper like I'm doing here and just sand it down and smooth it off and get that glue from off the side of your box. That easy fix. So I'm still wiping, making sure that it's dust free. And I'm going to take one of those sponge brushes, one of those sponge brush, yeah, y'all see what I got in my hand. Well, I got that from Dollar Tree. That's kind of hard to say together, sponge brushes. Really? But anyway, I'm going to give each one of my boxes one coat of that Waverly chalk paint in steel. Yes. Is that steel? Well, Waverly chalk paint in gray. Okay, we'll just go with that. Because Waverly have different color, different names to each one of their gray paints. So yeah. But yeah, one coat is all you need. I mean, if you look at it when you're doing your project and you feel like you need 2 coats, then hey, just do 2 coats to please, make yourself happy. If that's what you want, just do the 2 coats. But I only did 1 coat because I was satisfied with that. And as you can see, you don't need to paint the whole entire inside of the box because you'll be using that tissue paper. And you just have to put the box on the paper and trace it around the box and then just cut it out. And here is where the Mod Podge come into play because you need that to adhere your paper to your box. And what I did here is I started from one, at one end, one side of it. And because I'm going to use my fingertips. So I didn't want to take a chance on just doing the whole inside of the box with Mod Podge at one time and then try to get it in there. So I decided to do a little bit at a time because that paper is so delicate. I mean, you can easily tear it if you're not careful. So be very, very careful. Whatever you use, if you use your fingertips or if you use like a credit card or something like that, just be careful. Because once the Mod Podge, once it gets with the Mod Podge, the paper becomes moist and it's easier to tear like that. So you want to be careful with that. So I just used the paintbrush, and that one I'm doing the whole thing because after doing the first one, I kind of had got the feel of what I needed to do. So that's why I did that one like that. I guess after I did the first one, I felt like a pro then. So I'm like, hey, I got this. And that's why I did it like that. And the solid gray paper, when I did it, the rubbing with my fingertips, as you see, you see that texture that came out? I like that. I wasn't intending for that to happen, but it did, and I liked it. I mean, it was, a lot of definition and a lot of, you know what I mean. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? And here I'm going to paint the pumpkins, and you can choose whatever paint you want to use, whatever color you want to use. But here I decided to use Waverly for my pumpkins, the chalk paint in the color pumpkin, and I'm also going to do my other pumpkin in the apple barrel Tuscan red, because that's what colors I choose and that's what colors I like. But you choose the color that you like, and you use that to paint your pumpkins with. I mean, you don't just have to use what I use, but I'm going to tell you what I use just in case you do decide to use what I use. And also, I'm going to put it in the description box below so you can go to that, and just take notes from that. And here I took a piece of that hula skirt and I cut it in a small piece and made me a bow. And I hot glued it on the top of our pumpkin. And I did a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Definition? I used a gray paint and defined some lines in a pumpkin to make it look like a pumpkin. And I took that wooden square cube and I hot glued it in the middle of the back of the pumpkin because I wanted a 3D effect with my pumpkin, because I'm going to put some Spanish moss under my pumpkin so it can look like it's sitting in a pumpkin patch. And if you decide to do that, all you need is some Spanish moss and just put a little hot glue in there, and you'll see me do that in a minute. But you don't just have to do that. No, you don't. You can do it however you want to do it. This is just for inspiration. I'm just trying to inspire you to create and to do a DIY. And that's what I'm doing. So you decide how you want to design your box. You decide what color you want to do your box. It's up to you. Whatever pleases you. And here I'm just, that Spanish moss can look kind of wild and all over the place. And I just took the scissors and trimmed it so it can look neat. Yeah. In here I have two of those large craft sticks. The large ones, those large ones I got from Walmart. I didn't get those from Dollar Tree because Dollar Tree actually don't carry the extra large craft sticks. Now they carry a large craft stick, but Walmart has one that's even larger than that. And that's what I'm using here, because I decided that I wanted to put a roof on the top of my box, because I'm going to actually put one on top of the other one so they can stand vertically. Now that wasn't my original plan. I had just, I was going to just let them freestand side by side or something, like for to put on a shelf or, an entryway table or, something like that. But then a light bulb went off in my head and I was like, hey, I know what I'm going to do with this, and you'll see what I do with it in a few minutes. See what I'm doing? And I decided that I wanted it to look like a little barn that my pumpkins was in. So that's why I decided to do the roof. And here I have some, they're like the medium-sized craft stick, and I think I even got those from Walmart, if I'm not mistaken. And I just put the roof on it and traced it, and I'm going to cut out what I traced. And then you'll see after I cut it out, I didn't really like it, so I decided to use the jumbo craft sticks, which you will see in a minute, to do the backing for my roof, because I didn't like that opening in the back. So that's why I decided to do that. And I'm gonna paint, I'm gonna use the Waverly chalk paint, that gray paint, and color it gray, because I want all my colors to coordinate. And I'm just showing you here the extra large craft sticks that I did use. And I thought those looked better than the small ones, but you may like the small ones. You may choose to do the small ones. I just decided to do the large ones because I liked it better, the way it looked. And here what I'm doing is just taking a really small defined paintbrush, and I'm painting. The reason why I did it like this is because I was trying not to get any gray on what I had already painted, and I actually succeeded. I didn't get any gray on it, and I just, I got a larger size paintbrush to finish it off with, and that's what you see me doing here. And I will be painting the front and the back. And it looks kind of plain to me. So what I did was I went to my Cricut, and I went in Cricut Design, and I cut out the words Hello Fall, and I put that where there was nothing. And now it doesn't look like there's nothing there, because there's something there now. So in order to get my two boxes to join together, all I did was use some hot glue, and I'm gonna press them together and hold them there for a few minutes until that hot glue sets. Because you don't want to stand them up and then they fall down. Just hold them for a few minutes. That's all it takes, is a few minutes to hold them, and it'll be okay. Again, y'all, if y'all feeling my channel, if y'all feeling these projects, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and you gotta hit that notification bell. You know why? Because if you hit that notification bell, you get notified when I upload a new video. That's why you gotta hit that notification bell. But first you gotta subscribe. And I'm just using a little hot glue to attach the roof to the barn. Yeah. It's a barn. You may not think it's a barn, but I think it's a barn. And that's what I'm going to call it, a barn. And yeah, I think this came out so cute. I didn't imagine this, because I didn't know that I was going to do it like this until I actually started doing it. And turns out I love it. I think it came out so cute. And I really would want to know what you think of it. You know, so leave a comment and tell me what you think of it. I hope you like it as much as I do. And look at that, y'all. Look at it. It's standing. Oh, it is so, so cute. I love this. I love it, love it, love it. And I hope you do too. Well, you don't have to love it, but I mean, I hope you like it. And there it is. Okay, y'all. Y'all see this piece of wood that I have? I found that wood on the side of the road, and it actually was like 6 feet in length. And that's what I'm going to use in this project. And I took it outside to my table saw, and I cut it to, you know, the pieces, cut it to the size that I wanted, because I knew that I wanted to make rustic pumpkins. And what I did was I cut it down, and I don't have any measurements because you may not want your pumpkins, wooden rustic pumpkins, to be the same size as mine. You decide what size you want your pumpkins to be. And then I actually forgot what my measurements was, and I don't know what I did with them, so I can't tell you. But anyway, I cut them down, and I took my miter saw and I rounded off the corners at the top, and I took my electric sander and I sanded it all down, the whole entire thing, and got it just as smooth as a baby's bottom. I really did, y'all. I really did. But here I have some fall picks. Now all of these picks come from Dollar Tree. You can find fall picks at Dollar Tree. You don't just have to use these. You can pick out whatever picks you like to do this project with. And that hula skirt, and the reason why I have that hula skirt is because to me it's my raffia. I mean, it's easier to work with, and I like the way it feels, and it's easier for me to make a bow with instead of the raffia. Now don't get me wrong, now I do use raffia, but I prefer, if I can use this in its place, then I will. And all of that ribbon comes from Dollar Tree. I also have some sticks in that little bowl that I showed you. I got that out of my backyard for the limb that fell out of the tree, because I'm going to use that for the stem of my pumpkins. Yes. And here I'm going to take the 2 smallest pumpkins, and I'm going to use Waverly chalk paint in pumpkin, and I'm going to paint the whole entire pumpkin front and back. And I'm just going to give it 1 coat. And you'll see in a minute why I only give it 1 coat. But if you decide that you want to give it 2 or 3 coats, then hey, go for it. Do it. It's your pumpkin. It's your DIY. It's your project. You do it to what pleases you. So I use a different color for each one of the large pumpkins. And this one I'm using that apple barrel Tuscan red for that particular pumpkin. And I'll show you in a minute. You'll see how I distressed it. And the reason why I only gave it 1 coat of paint, because I knew that I wanted to distress it. And then a light bulb went off in my head, and it's like, girl, you need to try this. So this is what I do, y'all, to distress my pumpkin. And I love the way it came out. I took a baby wipe and I sprayed some more water on it to make it more moist, and I just rubbed it across there and lifted up some of that paint off of there so some of that wood can come through, and it came out just beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. I love the way it came out. And I just was trying this. I had no idea how it was going to come out. And look at that. And of course, I do the whole entire thing, the front and the back. And I did one in the Waverly Antique Wax, and that's the one that I'm holding now, that you see now. And I did the same thing with the baby wipe on each and every one of the pumpkins. And that's the Tuscan red. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful distressing? I like it, y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. Look at how beautiful that is. And that's the paint that I used to paint it. And trying to decide. Well, here I'm just showing you the paint. I've already told you which paint I use, but of course, I'm showing it to you too. Everything that I use for these projects in this video will be linked in the description box below. So if you decide that you want to do this exactly the way I did it, and you want to use exactly what I used, you can go there and get notes, and you can find everything that I used. What I did was I picked the picks. I took the picks that I wanted to use, and I cut them, I cut it off the stem. And all I'm doing is using some hot glue and placing it on a pumpkin where, I thought that, I wanted it to go, and I used the fall leaves. And I don't know if I said, but those fall leaves, I got those from Dollar Tree too. And those, all of those. Yeah, I did tell y'all I got them from Dollar Tree, right? Yeah, I did. Yeah, everything came from Dollar Tree. All the picks and flowers, they came from Dollar Tree. But here I'm just, I'm just embellishing my pumpkin the way I like. You don't have to embellish yours the way I'm doing mine, because this is just inspiration. I'm just trying to inspire you to try this project. Just try it. You might like it. And here I'm just making sure that I use that silicone spatula to keep from burning my fingers, because I have been burned before by hot glue, and it's not a nice feeling. It's not. And I have those fingers protected. The majority of the time I forget I have them, and I forget to put them on, and I know you can feel me on that one. I know some of you have done the same thing, got 5, 6, got a finger protector for every finger, and don't put not one on. And I took the raffia, and I took some of, my hula skirt raffia. Don't tell nobody, y'all, but that's a hula skirt, but I'm just going to say raffia. Yeah, I used that. I put it to the top to embellish it, and I think it is so cute. Look at that. That is beautiful. I love that. I absolutely love it, and I hope you like it too. And I'm going to do each and every pumpkin. I'll be embellishing them the same way I did that one. Now, y'all see this stuff here? That's some jute cord with the wire in it that I got from Dollar Tree. Now, you may like it, but I don't. And I tell you why I don't like it. Now, I used it because I had it, because I bought it. So I said I'm going to use it, but I don't really care for it, because when you cut it and you twist it, the jute cord unravels away from the wire. And that wire stuck me maybe about 3 or 4 times. And I guess that's why I don't like it. So I said that I won't be buying any more. I'm going to use that all up, and I won't be getting any more. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go in Dollar Tree, and I'm going to see it just like I did the first time. I'm going to see it hanging up there on that rack, and I'm going to say, oh, look, I might can use that for something. And then I'm going to buy it. And then when I start using it, I'm going to say the same thing all over again. I don't know why I bought this. I know I don't like this stuff. But look at the pumpkin, y'all. And there they all are. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they just adorable? Wooden rustic pumpkins. Beautiful. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning into my channel. I appreciate you so much. If you stuck with me until the very end, I hope you enjoyed everything that you have seen so far, and I hope that you like my projects. And if you do, please, again, leave me a comment. But thank you again for tuning into my channel. Thank you all. You are so appreciated. Don't forget, guys, if you're feeling my channel, if you're feeling my DIYs and project, give me a big thumbs up. hit the notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, and bye.